Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're working with Kubernetes applications, you know it's incredibly powerful, but let's be honest, sometimes incredibly complex too. It can feel like a real juggling act.
Oh, absolutely.
But what if there was like a cloud platform offering a smoother path, a shortcut almost?
hmm
Today we're diving into Azure DevOps. We want to unpack how its core services can really simplify that whole software lifecycle for Kubernetes, especially if you're just getting started.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Kubernetes itself, particularly with microservices, just demands tight coordination, right?
Right.
So Azure DevOps isn't just a nice to have for efficiency. I'd say it's, well, a bit of a game changer. It gives you that single unified platform,
Okay.
which helps tackle those common headaches, scattered workflows, different tools everywhere, all that manual deployment effort. Just brings coherence where things can often get, frankly, pretty confusing. Makes it much more manageable.
Okay, let's walk through that. When you start a Kubernetes project, I mean, before you even think about code, you need some kind of plan, don't you?
Definitely.
So Azure Boards comes in here as the command center.
Exactly that. Azure Boards is your hub for project management, for tracking the actual work.
Okay.
And in a Kubernetes world, this isn't just ticking off boxes. It kind of forces you to think about resource needs, dependencies between microservices, all that up front.
Ah. I,
Visually tracking tasks like, okay, need to create the Kubernetes deployment manifest, which is basically your YAML blueprint for Kubernetes, telling you how to run things.
right, the instructions.
Yeah, or set up the AKS cluster. Putting this on a visual board, like a Kanban board, helps stop those integration nightmares before they even happen, gives everyone a clear view.
So boards helps us see and manage the what. But once we move from planning to actually building, we need a solid system for the how, right? Especially how we handle our code and all those critical Kubernetes config files,
Precisely.
which I guess leads us straight to Azure Repos.
Yep, Azure Repos, it's your version control system, Git-based, really robust.
Mm.
And its real strength here isn't just holding your app code. It lets you embrace that GitOps mindset for Kubernetes, basically treating your infrastructure as code.
Which is huge for consistency.
It is.
Mm.
Every environment becomes self-documenting, reproducible. It helps kill that configuration grift, where environments slowly become different, a common K8's headache.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you store everything app code, Kubernetes manifests right there. Features like branching, pull requests, they make collaboration smooth and ensure configs are consistent everywhere.
So you could update the number of replicas for your app just through a pull request?
Exactly. A dedicated branch, a PR, clear audit trail. Simple as
Hey,
that.
having code and config versioned in repos is foundational. But perfectly versioned code isn't much help if deploying it is still this manual, error-prone nightmare, is it?
Not at all.
And this is where I think the automation magic really happens with Azure pipelines.
Absolutely. Azure Pipelines is, well, it's the engine for your CI/CD. Continuous integration, continuous deployment.
Right.
It's more than just automation, though. It enforces consistency. And crucially, security. You can build in steps to scan container images for vulnerabilities before they even get near production.
Ah, shifting security left. That's smart.
It's essential these days. So Pipelines automates building your container images, running all your tests, deploying straight to Kubernetes clusters like AKS.
Automatically. Triggered by a code check-in.
Yeah, triggered by a commit, for example.
Mm.
I mean, think about automating updates using Helm charts, the Kubernetes package manager. Teams I know have cut deployment times from hours down to literally minutes. It's just transformative for reliability.
Wow, that really makes you think about all the time wasted on manual stuff these tools just make disappear.
Okay, so the final piece of the puzzle then, Azure Artifacts.
Right, Azure Artifacts. It's your package management service. Think of it as your single source of truth for all those critical build outputs.
Outputs like your build container images or your Helm charts. You store and share them here. They're properly versioned, easy to access for your teams, for your pipelines.
So it stops that kind of dependency hell.
Exactly. It makes sure that when your pipeline goes to deploy to AKS, it pulls the exact correct version of your web app's container image or the right chart every single time.
Yeah.
Makes deployments consistent and much more reliable.
Okay, so putting it all together.
Yeah.
What does this really mean for you listening? These 4 services boards, repos, pipelines, artifacts, they offer this unified, connected solution, collaboration, automated CI/CD, solid package management. It genuinely makes Kubernetes development feel less daunting, doesn't it?
It really does. It lowers that barrier to entry.
But are there things teams need to watch out for? Like common mistakes when they try to bring existing Kubernetes work into this kind of integrated system?
That's a really good point. It's
Yeah.
powerful, but you need to use it effectively.
Hmm.
Thinking about how you structure your boards for clarity is important.
Hmm.
And adopting really solid version control habits in repos.
Mm-hmm.
Optimizing pipelines for reliability, maybe using things like approval gates before hitting production. These are key considerations.
Okay.
And it does raise a bigger question, especially if you're looking to scale up your Kubernetes use,
Mm.
which is how might actually integrating these tools fundamentally change not just the speed, but the sheer reliability with which you deliver your applications? And thinking beyond that, what completely new possibilities does that speed and reliability open up for your team? Maybe something to ponder for your next Kubernetes project.